If you watched the last episode, you might be wondering where we head out on loan. Well, you're about to find out because we actually got a loan offer from Braunschweig in the second Bundesliga. They've recently been promoted from the third division to the second division, and we would go in and straight away be one of their better players. So of course we accepted it. We want to be the star man of any team, but it is only a loan deal, so we will be heading back to Nottingham Forest, hopefully when we're a bit more developed and when we can actually contribute to Premier League football. But either way, we're going to have fun knocking the ball around in the second division of Germany. Braunschweig are a pretty interesting team. They've got some history in the top division, so hopefully we can help bring them back to that sort of level. But even if we can't, it's a good opportunity to at least get a loan until January and see if we can knock a few goals and get a few assists in the second division in Germany. A lot of good English young players have headed to Germany in recent years. People like Reece Oxford, Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho. I'm sure you know more than me. So it's a good opportunity, and we're actually not even in the starting 11 for the first match. So we're kind of starting off how we left off at Nottingham Forest. We need to train a bit harder. We needed to get into this team, and after just 1 week, we did manage to get our first substitute appearance. Coming on for Ujar, who I think is kind of like a career mode legend. This guy was massive. He used to have a lot of pace. There's our objectives though. We need to get a goal and we need to get a 7.5 rating. Hopefully we can do exactly that in this first match in Germany. Straight away we get them with a nice bit of skill. Really bad pass, but thankfully 1-2'd it. Our cross just about found the striker and side netting only, but what a good start that was from us. Instantly beating a player and getting the cross in is exactly what we want to do. We would then win the ball out on the wing. We were already enjoying things a lot more than the Premier League. It was a bit more the level that our player is currently at. And we would get into the box and we should really be scoring that after 80 minutes, making it 1-1. But unfortunately, we're not quite there just yet. So we got another chance just as the 90th minute passed. We were running down the wing. Could we get another cross in? He was cutting side. The low cross only got fumbled straight to the goalkeeper. It wasn't the best cross, really. We probably could have had a shot near post and seen if that had gone in. But, we kept pressing. We kept trying to win the ball back one last time. And the referee would blow, and it'd be 1-0 to Heidenheim. So Braunschweig instantly losing their first game. Maybe we're a bad luck charm, because they had won like 3 of their first 4 games before we arrived. But still, we had an okay match performance. I think we did some good things in that one. We did some good dribbles, we were good on the ball, we did a good cross. We probably should have scored as well, that chance of the near post, but a 7 out of 10 is a fairly fair rating in my opinion. And the manager seemed to approve as well, because we did get 2 of his objectives. We didn't quite get the enhanced target of a 7.5, but we did manage the 6.5, and we decided to spend our first month's wages on hiring a language coach. This is always going to be important, of course. You're playing in Germany. I only speak a bisschen Deutsch, so we did need to at least learn a little bit of that. We also hired a social media producer. Maybe we started a YouTube channel of our own, playing FIFA Career Mode or FIFA Ultimate Team on FIFA as a player. That's a pretty cool idea if anyone wants to do that one. And then we hired some kind of masseuse as well for our feet. So hopefully all of these improvements, being able to speak the language, maybe starting our own podcast, and also getting a foot rub could mean that we have a much better performance in this one. We're playing against a team, I can't remember who this is. It's against Holstein Kiel, so they've got a decent team. I like their kit as well. It's very Portsmouth-like, and if I ever do a German career mode, maybe I'll have to use this team just because I like their kit so much. We actually got an assist. I'm not sure how much we assisted. We passed the ball a long time before. I think that's Luke Ehorst scored the first goal. So we did get an assist, always good. I think that was one of the objectives as well, getting a goal or an assist. So a decent start for us in this one. Kiel would then attack themselves. They had some alright players, but they're not quite as good as us. They did nearly score a pretty funny own goal right there where we chested it past them, but thankfully just about saved it. And then in the 87th minute, they would get another couple of chances and the rebound would be fired in. So we'd come on, we'd assisted a goal, and then we'd seen the winner. So again, it looks like it's going to be another loss for Braunschweig when ball is on the pitch. We're going to have to start and maybe influence the game a little bit more. We're not calling for passes as much as we maybe should do. When we can do passes like that, we're always going to be able to sort of influence the game more than we have been doing. That was a really good pass, and I think Ehorst probably should have equalised equalised. But the last chance would actually come to Kiel, we'd save it, we wouldn't be able to get the ball upfield just in time, we'd keep it in, but, you know, not good enough really. 2-1 though, so that's 2 losses in a row in our little German adventure. It's not going too well. The manager didn't approve and he actually knocked us down to a reserve, so we had to train extra hard that week. Our match rating was so close, I'm not sure how you can get a -15 for being 0.1 off the match rating you want. But, you know, we did still get that goal and assist, so I'm not sure why our rating was so low in the first place. And our next game, we were playing against Regensburg, and Regensburg would, you know, we'd come on after 84 minutes as usual. Regensburg would score basically straight away. But it was all up to us now to try and get an equaliser. We would get the ball a few times on the edge of the box. We would try and get crosses in. But there's no real target man in this Braunschweig squad. They've just got a few quite small strikers. But this was a good run from us, I thought. We probably should have been played straight through, but he played it to our feet. We had just about the pace and the dribbling stats to get away. Instead of doing a near post shot, this time we tried to pull it back, but, you know, easy save really with such a weak pass. We definitely worked on passing the game after this one because that was absolutely dreadful. We would then try and get the ball one last time. They did a nice long pass straight to us. We tried to beat our man like we did in that first game, but we did. And we got a pass. A pass went through again, and Ehorst should have scored the first shot, but he did score the second shot. So we were actually involved this time in a draw. So 2 losses and a draw. Ehorst, you know, he's all right. I think that was actually his first goal on this game for Braunschweig. He was on loan there last year, I remember, from playing Football Manager, and he was really good in the 3rd division. So hopefully we can assist Ehorst for quite a few more goals. We did try and get one last chance there. Maybe if we'd tackled and gone through, the ref wouldn't have blown. But unfortunately he did, so that game would end 1-1. Because we got a second assist, I think that will boost our match rating to about 6.5. Yep, the 6.5, there it is. In the 7 minutes we played, I think we did all right. We were involved in a couple of attacks. We could have probably pulled that goal back and made it 2-1. So we could have had a win, and no wonder the manager was impressed with that performance, even if we didn't score the 1 goal he wanted. Even though we played quite well in that last game, we still only made the same 7 minutes of a substitute appearance that we have been doing this entire season. Hopefully we're one step closer to getting that first start after a couple of good spells, although this was going to be a very tough game to actually try and influence. So it was against Bielefeld, who got relegated from the Bundesliga. Before we'd even touched the ball, we had conceded a goal. So Bielefeld, you know, the best team in the league, probably. Really nice kits as well. There's some really good kits in this division. But we tried to play a bit more centrally in this game. We actually got played as a cam rather than a left winger, so the formation has changed by our manager. We did get this chance here just after they had scored. We tried to smash one in near post rather than pulling it back like we have done in the last couple of games, but that didn't work either. We also had a chance of pushing through just then, which we couldn't do, but we did get back on the ball. We did a nice 1-2. We got the ball sort of around the edge of the box. We would actually be the best free kick taker in this team. So we decided what we're going to do here. Of course, we're going to try the knuckleball on the outside of the boot, try and get it in that corner, but no, it went the other way entirely. Basically straight into the crowd, and Bielefeld would just run down the other end from the goal kick and score a 3rd goal. So we were already losing when we came on, so we can't take too much of the blame for this one. But Klimovic, looks like he got 2 goals in 3 minutes. A good performance from him, but unfortunately not the best performance from ourselves. We would then actually have to train 2 or 3 times harder than normal by trying to get A's in all of our training, just to try and get that manager rating up so that we did have chance of maybe coming on at the hour mark rather than the 85th minute. Just give us a little bit more time to influence the game and get some good performance, some good passes in, do some good crosses, maybe make an assist or get a goal here or there. So we did train, yeah, like I said, we got an A in that one, and the next game we actually came on as a sub yet again. This time we came on as a right wing back in the 83rd minute, so clearly the training hasn't done too much for us. We did a nice acrobatic pass right there, which saw us have the breakaway. We tried to get into this space right here on the edge of the box. You're always going to want to try and kill those in, but yeah, it just went straight into the goalkeeper's hand on that occasion. We found some space out on the left. We did a nice first touch pass inside, and we got the sort of same similar space right here, but we decided to pass it twice instead. We got into the box, and we took the shot from a really tight angle, which we probably shouldn't have done. We're winning anyway, so a goal isn't too important. But we did have those 2 chances, and really we should have done maybe a little bit better, and resulted in at least another goal for the team. But we were tracking back, we were tackling, we were doing passes first time and stuff. It was a really good performance from Ball in this one. You see he got 6.9 rating, so he went up a whole rating in just the 10 minutes he was playing. So he had a really nice game. There was one last chance right there for Hamburg, who again, I think they got relegated 2 or 3 seasons ago now, but they're a really good side. We just somehow managed to get a 1-0 against them. We got all of the manager's targets. You can see we're progressing towards being in the starting 11. And this is the game where we get our biggest chance yet. It was in the Cup, and it's against Red Bull Leipzig. And you can see on the scoreboard right there, we got brought on after 65 minutes. So we had a full 25 minutes to try and get a goal, try and get an assist. I mean, the manager wanted us to get at least 1 assist and do some good dribbles, but we wanted to do a little bit better than that if we could. So we came on 65 minutes, as I said. First time we get the ball, we do a nice turn, play it straight through, and we get a nice assist right there. I mean, 2-1 with this much time left, you're thinking maybe, just maybe, we could influence a draw or maybe a win against Leipzig in the Cup. That would be amazing. But yeah, they would hit the post, so it was looking like it was lucky days for us. Every chance they had, they'd get through, they'd fluff in some way. They still had Timo Werner at front, so maybe his finishing isn't as high as it used to be on FIFA, but he is still a really good striker on the game, of course, with his pace. You can see some of his pace there as he got onto this ball and just blasted it in, so maybe his finishing isn't too low after all. This was another game where we got played in a weird position. We've played as right wing back to begin with, that's what we got told we were playing as, and then instantly we got moved to centre attacking midfielder, and now all of a sudden we're at left wing. But it doesn't matter, because Leipzig, even if we were playing centre back, we wouldn't have been stopping that one, because, you know, Leipzig are a lot better than Braunschweig, so they've made it 4-1. Not looking great. We haven't had the best record of matches. I think we've literally won 1 or 2 matches while playing in a team, so, you know, outside of pre-season that is, so maybe we aren't a lucky charm after all. We would end up losing a 4-1 to Leipzig. We were out the Cup, but we had an okay performance. We got the assist that the manager wanted, and I think we got the 6.5 that he wanted as well. So we did actually meet all of his, yeah, we go 7.1. So we did meet all of his objectives. So hopefully we could be in line. Look how close we are to being a starter. We're just one good training session away from starting the next match. So we were just finishing off in the gym after training. They could see the assistant manager came in with the team news. Are we going to be on this list? You might have already seen a certain name on there. But here's the guy we were replacing. I can't remember what his name is. He's irrelevant, I guess. He's not a big name player. It's not like we're playing as Real Madrid where I should know all of these guys. But as Ball walked up, his eyes focused on his name. Was he going to be on there? Yes, he is. There's 33, Harry Ball, and he was making his first ever professional start. He started a bunch of times for Notts County before he joined Nottingham Forest, of course, but that's not a fully professional league, unfortunately. So this is actually his first ever professional start, and it was against St. Pauli away, which is one of the toughest places to go in this league. They have very vocal fans. They've got a nice reputation for being a very passionate set of supporters as well. And the manager wanted us to score at least 1 goal while also making 50% of our dribbles. So we had to try and get as many dribbles in as we could. We did some little dribbles like that. Hopefully they will count. We did a nice run through right here. And 1-2, if it's a better pass, we could be through on goal after 5 minutes. So we were very close to actually being a goal scorer in our first debut match, our debut start. We were playing behind the strikers on this occasion, and we were actually involved in this first goal. We got the secondary assist, and then we celebrated by ourselves as everyone else just ran past us as we did the Mikel Antonio celebration. But we did some nice flare passes. We've unlocked the trait for that, so might as well use them if we can. We liked getting into this space here, just on the edge of the box. We tried to do a nice power shot right there. I think because technically we were inside the box, we would have actually had a more accurate shot, but that was half time. So 1-0 already. We're looking all right. Hopefully we can win on our debut, because surely the manager can't hate us for that. But really, yeah, not too much would happen in this game. We would touch the ball a fair amount of times. We'd have passes like this, where we would get E-Horse through on goal, but then he would just turn around. We would actually get through on goal ourselves right here. We were like, oh, we got to score. But no, all we do right there, we do some step overs. Let's have a replay. Step overs on the goalkeeper. We fall over. We didn't quite have enough agility or balance or acceleration, whatever stat you needed to actually get away from the goalkeeper. We would get another chance though. We would then do a nice touch and a chip up, and E-Horst again should have scored. So that should be 2 goals right there for Braunschweig, or at least 1, because obviously if you score the first one, the second one doesn't happen. But still, it should be 2-0, and St. Pauli are going to be thankful that it isn't, because they would have some chances of their own. That was a nice little curling effort, fading away from the far post like a golf shot. But we were tracking back like we like to do. We did put some points in defence recently. We have Jar up front, who we thought could absolutely do that centre-back, so we passed to him instead of Ehorst. But all he did was stop running and then run into the defender. A bit weird. But there would be a chance in the 82nd minute here for St. Pauli. They would get the ball in that spot that the AI likes to do. I think we were the only person that was actually trying to mark this guy. We couldn't quite get back in time. And he would do an easy shot, slots it in, and makes it 1-1. With the game about to run out of time, we would have our last chance. Rated at a 7.2, we decided to go for goal. We only hit the crossbar. That would have been an amazing finish to our debut game, starting for Braunschweig. But unfortunately, we couldn't quite get the goal. We've been playing a little bit better in this game. We're starting to get the hang of player career mode. Hopefully you guys keep sharing some tips, because we did get some useful ones in the comments of the last video. But thank you all for watching this video. We're just going to have a quick look at my stats, and so you guys can help me decide what we should improve right now. So there they are. They're on the screen right now. This is all my perks that I've got. You see we've been going focused quite a lot on stamina and aggression. That's the kind of player that I like to see in real life, so that's what we've been going for. But yeah, that's our stats. If you want to tell me where I should improve, let me know. If you want to tell me what perks I should use as well, because I've just been using the shooting one. I'm not actually too sure which one we put in the second one. I think it's maybe the strength one, or active first. So tell me which perks are most overpowered, and maybe we'll try them in the next episode. But thank you all for watching. I say subscribe, but I think most of the people who watch this are subscribed, because I haven't actually shouted this out on my main channel right now. So you guys are the mega fans. And thank you all for watching. Leave a comment if you got any suggestions. But thank you and goodbye.